Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from. The county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, as part of Kenya Kwanza Agreement, William Samoei Arap Ruto appointed Musalia Mudavadi as the Prime Cabinet Secretary of the Republic of Kenya. He appointed the Maendeleo Chap guy, Alfred Mutua, as the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs. William Ruto then engineered the election of Moses Wetangula as the Speaker of the National Assembly and also the election of Amason Jaffa Kingi as the Speaker of the Senate. Those four individuals formed part and parcel of Kenya Kwanza. Their individual parties actually are what delivered the presidency to William Samoei Arap Ruto. But William Ruto is already scheming on how to destroy their political parties. And as a matter of fact, through those appointments, it meant that Musalia Mudavadi was no longer the leader of ANC party. It meant Moses Wetangula was no longer the leader of Ford Kenya. It meant that the Amason Kingi is no longer the leader of Power Party. And it also meant that Alfred Mutua was no longer the leader of Power Party. William Ruto did not end there. William Ruto then went and made appointments that forced some of their key officials of their party to resign. For example, William Ruto went and appointed Cleophas Malala as the Secretary General of UDA party.
Sitaki kutaja jina, lakini kuna chama hapa mnajua, party leader ni clan moja, Secretary General clan moja, woman leader clan moja. Sasa biashara gani hiyo mnadanganyana ati mnaweza kuwa president? Mnadanganya watu mnaweza kuwa president. Mmetoka tu hapo, mmetoka tu kwa kina party leader ni pale, kwa kina woman leader ni pale, kwa kina Secretary General ni pale. Ati mtaka kuwa rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya.
That appointment meant that Malala ceased being a member of ANC party. And therefore Malala currently, as we speak, is the Secretary General of UDA party. The former Secretary General of ANC party was also appointed to some position. So William Ruto has been scheming on how to force some of these parties to fold and join UDA party. But these politicians are resistance.
Kijana Malala, mimi nakwambia kama debut party leader wa ANC, I want to tell you, chwele mchana, hakuna chama kitavunjwa. Muko tayari vyama yetu ivunjwe? Muko tayari Ford Kenya ivunjwe? Muko tayari ANC ivunjwe? Mtu ambie Malala kome kabisa. Ya aende peke yake huko. Na respect viongozi wetu.
Mimi ndio chief whip wa chama cha Ford Kenya na wabunge wote. Nataka kusemea hapa hivi mbele ya viongozi wenye wamekaa hapo wawili kwamba we are not ready as Ford Kenya. I don't know. I also know that ANC is not ready. We are not ready as Ford Kenya. Someone who doesn't know the history of politics. Somebody who doesn't know those who fought for power. And they always say that the tree of freedom is irrigated by blood, not water. Ford Kenya as a party was irrigated by blood to reach where it is. Hatutaki mtu mwenye ajui siasa kusema eti sisi Ford Kenya, eti tutoe chama ya Ford Kenya, tuweke wote pamoja tuende kwa nyumba ingine yenye mimi sijui. Sisi tunajua Ford Kenya kama chama ya hapa. Na wewe kama hujui siasa, tafuta kiti upite kura kwanza, ndio uje utuambie mambo ya chama.
So William Ruto is currently scheming and planning on how to strengthen UDA party. So the other day, they announced that they were going to go for party elections or grassroots elections in November, on November 9th to be precise. I remember opining here that those elections were not going to happen. So they never took place. And over the weekend, I think it must have been on Friday, Cleophas Malala made a statement, which in my view was actually a message from William Ruto directly to Musalia Mudavadi, to Moses Wetangula, to Amason Kingi, and also to Maendeleo Chap leader Alfred Mutua. I want you guys to listen in to Cleophas Malala very briefly, because that event was significant. Let me just read for you the details about that event. I think it must have been Nakuru. Let me just get from UDA. Yeah, this is what they posted. Communist Party of China team visit Nakuru City County UDA branch office. So the UDA Party Secretary General Cleophas Malala took the Communist Party of China delegation led by His Excellency Mao Zedong to meet the members tour by visiting and unveiling the Nakuru UDA Party branch. They were hosted by Susan Kehika, and of course the other leaders present were the Deputy Governor David Conveys, Honorable Charity Kitambi Njoro MP, David Gikariat, Nakuru Town East Honorable Joel Karuri, Speaker County Assembly Alex Langat, Majority Leader Nakuru, and Nakuru County Executive members. So it means this was a huge political event. Now listen to the message that Ruto was delivering to other co-principals of other political parties.
You all know that we exist within the Kenya Kwanza affiliate families, and we are in the process of negotiating and talking to our sister parties within Kenya Kwanza to fold up so that they join UDA party, so that we build one strong national party. And this is exactly what our good brothers from China did several years ago, and now they're enjoying political tranquility because of having one strong party in the name of the Communist Party of China. We want to emulate them. We want Kenya to have strong political parties, and that is why we are urging our sister parties within the Kenya Kwanza family to consider folding their parties. And these are an ongoing conversation that we are having with them. And that is one of the reasons why we postponed our elections to April, to allow our brothers fold up their parties so that they can come and participate in our elections. So I want to urge members of the UDA party to continue with the rigorous registration of members and registration of candidates ahead of the 2024 grassroots general elections.
Now, the biggest question that we should ask ourselves is whether Musalia Mudavadi, Wetangula, Alfred Mutua, and Amason Kingi will agree to fold their parties. And what will William Ruto do in case they will refuse to fold their parties? Because let's face it, William Ruto has been piling a lot of pressure on these four leaders to fold their political parties. But all of them are adamant. In this video, I want to reveal to you guys why the plan by William Ruto to fold all these political parties into one is not going to succeed. But before you do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But first of all, let us try to figure out why William Ruto is keen on all these Kenya Kwanza parties merging to form one major political party. As a matter of fact, William Ruto is insisting that they're not going to merge to form a new political party. They are merging to form one big UDA party. And that's not a merger, that's actually a defection. So William Ruto is trying to force all these other political parties to fold and then form or join UDA party. Why is he doing that? Number one, William Ruto is keen on controlling UDA nominations in the next general election. So assuming today we have UDA as a political party, we no Ford Kenya, no ANC, no Maendeleo chapter. It would mean that, for example, in Kakamega, William Ruto will determine who flies UDA flag during the elections. Musalia Mudavadi, being a member of the executive, will not have a say. Moses Wetangula, being the speaker, will not have a say. So that's the first thing he wants to do. He wants to control the UDA nominations. Number two, William Ruto is also keen on winning more seats, especially in 2027. And why do you think William Ruto wants to win more seats? The truth of the matter is that William Ruto is too young, in quotes, to retire. And the temptation is already there. The other day I listened to Francis Atuli talking about William Ruto still continuing. So the truth is, William Ruto wants to win more seats in 2027. With more seats, William Ruto will be able to do whatever he wants. So he can only do that if the parties are merged and they're running in under one party. Because if, for example, in Kakamega, we are going to have UDA party, we are going to have ANC party, the truth is they're likely to split votes, and the beneficiary would be probably ODM or any other political party. Number three, if you ask me, William Ruto is also keen on some constitutional amendments in 2027. I don't think William Ruto will be willing to go home. So he might attempt to use parliament to create laws that will give more powers, probably, to the office of the prime minister, or maybe extend the term limit of the president. Because that's already a discussion that we've seen several individuals proposing, that we should have a presidential term reviewed, I think, to 5 years, but a maximum of 2 terms, not 1. Or maybe just, was it the proposal to have 1 term, which is 7 years? So in my view, William Ruto would be interested in staying in power. That can only happen through constitutional change. And number 3, William Ruto is also keen on 2032 succession politics, because in the eyes of William Ruto, 2027 is already a done deal. So he wants to be in charge of who is going to succeed him. And I'm sure William Ruto is not going to allow Rigathi Gachagua to succeed him. If it's Musalia Mudavadi, that can only happen under UDA party as a single political party. And that's why I'll be keenly following the development in ANC party to see whether Musalia Mudavadi will agree to the merger. Because for me, Musalia Mudavadi, whether he agrees to the merger or not, I don't think his political future is there minus William Ruto. So William Ruto now holds the key for Musalia Mudavadi. And lastly, there's also this small element of political parties' funds. So William Ruto is also keen on political parties' funds. Even if he's out of office, with a good political parties' funds, he can still manage to run the affairs of UDA party while out of office. But will the plan to merge all these political parties succeed? I doubt. None of those leaders are going to agree to the move. Otherwise, they would have agreed. We saw Moses Kuria agreeing immediately he was elected. He was appointed as a cabinet secretary. Musalia Mudavadi will not agree. Moses Wetangula will not agree. Maybe Mwendeleo Chap, even the PA party will not agree. Why are they not going to agree? Number one, the truth is, as we speak, the UDA wave that swept some section of the country is no longer there. So which means UDA's popularity is going down. So you can't tell parties like ANC party now to join UDA party while the popularity of UDA party is coming down. There are regions where people don't even want to hear anything to do with the UDA party. Just like at some point, people were really not interested on anything to do with the KANU. That's exactly what is happening in UDA party. The party has become so unpopular in some parts of the country where they enjoyed massive support. So these other political parties are aware of whatever is happening. Number 2, William Ruto is also keen on 2027 politics. He wants to own the nomination process. William Ruto wants to control who is elected where. For example, William Ruto would be keen on who is going to be elected as the governor for Kakamega, who is going to be elected as the governor for Mombasa. And he hopes with the support of PA that can be possible. He can only do that. For example, who will be elected in Nairobi? He can only do that with the support of these other political parties. But these political parties also want to own their own people. Musalia Mudavadi would want to have his members of parliament, even if there are 3, even if there are 10, he wants to own them. Weta would want to own Bungoma, the governor for Bungoma. He wants to own that, the senator for Bungoma, the members of parliament for Bungoma, the county assembly for Bungoma. He would want to own that. So because of ownership interest, I doubt if they are going to agree to much. Number 3 is tribal politics. Let's face it, Kenyan politics is tribal. That is the truth of the matter. You can't talk of politics of issues. Our politics is pure tribal. And because our politics is pure tribal, it means most of the political parties are also tribal. That's why power was formed. And power was formed with the help of William Ruto to champion for the interest of Mijikenda. So Kingi almost succeeded because he was perceived to be championing the interest of the Mijikenda. So now if you take that party and you merge it in UDA, UDA is perceived to be Ruto's party or Kalenjin party. So those people will not take it seriously. If you were to ask Ford Kenya to merge under UDA party, Bungoma, where he controls, he might not be able to control using UDA party. So that's the challenge. Someone like Musalia Mudavadi would want to still control Vihiga and maybe Kakamega for that matter. He can only do that if he's selling some tribal card that you see we need MPs for 2020, 32, for example. Number 4 is political relevance. Let me ask you, if you take Ford Kenya from Moses Wetangula, do you think Moses Wetangula will be relevant politically speaking? No, that is the situation. You take Ford Kenya, merge it with the UDA party, Moses Wetangula will lose relevance. He can't allow that to happen. The same with Musalia Mudavadi. Musalia Mudavadi was able to be appointed as Prime Cabinet Secretary because of NC party. There's no way you can tell him that he will be reappointed minus NC party. And of course, there is also the mistrust. Do you think Musalia Mudavadi would agree that his NC party is merged and that in 2032 Ruto would support him? What about Rigathi Gachagua? Do you think he's going to just allow the merger to happen? Can't happen. And of course, this is another point which I think I've explained, the political parties' funds. Weta would want to have his party receive political parties' funds. That will only be possible if Ford Kenya is there contesting and winning seats. NC party would want to qualify for political parties' funds. Simple. Will only be possible if this ANC as a political party. I don't know what to think. That's my take. Until next time, Lee Makwiny, that plan by Ruto is not going to see any light of the day. Until next time, bye-bye.